everyone, welcome back to my show. This week I have with me junior Connor Goodman. He is the president of the Esports team and he is majoring in data science. So Connor, thank you today for joining me to talk about esports. First, I just want you to kind of explain to me what esports is, because there's some people who may not know or may have an assumption. So what is esports like to you?
Esports, I would say, is a community-based sport that we can do online, where students or anyone in particular can express their skill level in, something that's untraditional to the world, but traditional to them, and gives people new opportunities to play with teams and have fun.
Awesome. So I guess I really just want to know, how did you get involved with esports at Bellarmine?
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of share how other students can get involved with it as well.
Yeah, so I originally was looking for colleges back when I was graduating high school, and there wasn't a lot in Kentucky that had esports. There was, a couple here and there, and some reached out for scholarships, but I had originally planned to go to Bellarmine because it's a great school, but they didn't have anything. So I think the summer of my sophomore year, I reached out to some of the administrators here at Bellarmine, and I was like, what do we need to get this going? And it was talked about. Esports is a big thing, especially due to the money that's involved with it. But I reached out to a couple people, and we eventually got the club activities center with us, and we started the esports program here at Bellarmine, and we kind of just took it from there, and it's been about a year. In terms of what other people could join as, they can reach out to me, but if you just look us up, I've tried to put our name out everywhere, so I'm sure that you can find a link to our Discord or anything like that.
Yeah, so I know that we have a website.
Mm-hmm.
We have an Engage page called Bellarmine Esports, an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all those ways that you can reach out. You mentioned your Discord.
Yep.
Do you all stream on Discord, and how does that usually go, like when you all are on there?
Yeah, we stream on Discord too, but normally it'll be onto like individual like Twitch pages and stuff. That's kind of how like the gaming community normally does it. But our Discord is what we mainly run through, just because it's easy. But it's also like, if you play games, like you have it already. So it was the easiest thing to create a community in, with like voice channels and text channels and stuff like that.
And is that hard to like get all those people connected, like through one Discord? Like, how does Discord work, really?
Yeah. So I think in the business world, people were starting to get used to like Skype. And now, younger generations are used to like FaceTime and stuff like that. And that was like one of the biggest things that we were trying to work on, is like, how do we make the Discord that, most gamers use, but most outside people have never heard of? How do we kind of combine those worlds? And with the implementation of the student hub, so like you could link your email to Discord, that was a big change, and we kind of made it to where Discord as a voice channel, or like that phone call-esque server that we wanted to do. We wanted to kind of combine that, and we could connect with students here and kind of get them into Discord. So we use it just to talk while we're playing games. Not necessarily video. That's kind of every once in a while, but it's basically like, text messaging, but for groups, for a big time server.
That's really cool. And so can people who aren't on the esports team, who just like to watch video games or just want to know more, can they go on the Discord as well and watch you all?
Yeah, they definitely can. They can join our Discord. There's a bunch of roles for them. They could be labeled as like a community member, student, and then if one day they change and they actually want to join a team, they can just click a little button and it'll help them out.
Well, that's really cool. That's cool that like people who are involved can also just see what you all do, because it's really cool to me. Something interesting, I heard a rumor, which I don't know if you're allowed to talk about, but are you all getting a facility soon to play esports together in one sitting rather than in your own individual spaces?
Yeah, definitely by the time this is released, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yes, we have been working pretty hard. Ben, especially, Ben Subcheck, has been working incredibly hard to get us a facility going. And where right now is the big question, but everything in terms of like equipment and sponsorships and all that kind of stuff, that's already in place. So we look forward to getting that facility up and running by hopefully the end of the semester or the beginning of next.
Awesome. That's really exciting. I'm sure you all are ready to like be together
Yeah,
and play rather than
definitely.
in your own individual sittings. So I think some people would be interested to know what kind of games or like which games and specifically do you all play here at Bellarmine?
Yeah, so right now we have Overwatch, League of Legends, and Valorant as our main three. Uh, this is our first semester of really getting into playoffs and like becoming big teams that hopefully will become named teams. But we offer other stuff if players want to come into Bellarmine and play that. Stuff like Rocket League, Fortnite. I think there was like Super Smash Bros, Madden, FIFA, all the type of sports games. Really, any team that wants to play, like if we have a player that wants to play Rocket League, they can come to us and be like, "Hey, do you have this?" And we're like, "We can get it for you." So.
And do you play like other schools around here? Like which schools are you playing and which schools are like your biggest competitors?
Yeah, so we play through a company called ECAC, which is the Eastern Coast Collegiate Esports, and we play anywhere in the region from the East Coast, and we play like Florida to Pennsylvania. We played Penn State. We play some other big names. We did wind up playing California. They got in somehow. But we play a lot of big names, and so far we're doing pretty good against them.
Well, that's really good to hear. You mentioned a few games that you all play. Which one is your favorite to play?
I'm pretty torn. I like League. I've been playing League for about 5 years now, but I think Overwatch is kind of taking over my favorite spot.
Fun. Something else, switching gears just a little bit, I know that we're adding an esports minor to the sports administration program, which Ben is obviously the head of.
Yeah.
Do you have any information you can share on that?
I know Ben and a few of the very elite people who play games, like in the high ranks, have come together, and they are putting together this minor. And I think there's like 4 classes that they teach right now, ranging from like freshman level to senior level. And it's more about like marketing into getting into esports and what the industry holds altogether. I know a big factor of it is it's kind of mixing that business world with esports because, I play a lot of games and I'm good at what I do, but I'm not a business guy. So kind of getting into both and making business majors into esports majors, that'll be the goal of it.
And do you plan on adding that minor?
I definitely could. I think it's a little bit late for me because I have so many credits already, but I don't think it's a hard minor to pick up, that's for sure. I think you can get it.
Awesome, fun. And just for the record, we've been talking about Ben. That's Ben Subcheck. He is my events and facilities management professor, but he's also the coach, the head coach of the esports team. So just to fill you all in, my last and final question for you, do you have any advice for anybody who wants to get into esports, especially if they've never played like video games competitively before?
I think the biggest thing is start playing as soon as possible. I know a lot of people look at esports and they think video games, and it is definitely something that we want people to start getting into, but it's difficult at the college scene to just pick up a game and start playing it because it takes a lot of years to try and get as good as we want to be to hit some of these teams that are big names. I think the biggest thing is if you want to start playing an esport, you're interested in something, pick up the game as soon as possible, start playing, and reach out. Getting help and like coming to us so we can help teach you. It's so much easier to teach a player who's new than somebody who's experienced and stubborn.
Yeah, I feel like it's that way in every sport though. But Connor, thank you so much for joining me today. If anybody is interested in joining, I will actually put his email and Ben Subcheck's email in here. Feel free to reach out to them if you have any questions or just want to get involved. But thank you so much for watching. Next week I actually will not be posting because it's Thanksgiving break. So everybody have a really safe holiday and a fun holiday, and hopefully a relaxing break because we're getting towards the end of the semester. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.